Morning. Hey, y'all. Hey. Yeah, we're going to put this on repeat right here. This is my song right here. Good morning. What it do? Welcome to this view. Welcome to the show. How does it go? How y'all feeling? Let's get it popping. I traveled to Fort Lauderdale yesterday, up and back in one day, and man, I had a very black experience yesterday. I almost sold Grandma a house yesterday. I almost sold Granddaddy and Grandmama a house yesterday. Good morning, Tina. As I'm sitting out here being what's up, Miss Chit Chat? As I'm out here being an advocate to stop gentrification, I almost sold my grandparents' house yesterday. And I did not, and I want to talk about it this morning as we continue to face gentrification in our neighborhoods and are having reactions. I made it was one of them real moments yesterday. So I will not be. Hey, Beth, I see Beth done switched over. Beth done switched over from Instagram to Facebook. Thank you, Beth. Well, listen, everybody. Good morning. I won't be playing any music on this broadcast but my music. It looks like I got some checks next to my name from Instagram. I mean, from YouTube. When I repost this on YouTube, they're saying that your boy has been using the wrong kind of music. So no longer will I be doing that. We will be using Clair music, my original music that I make myself. But yeah, I almost sold Grandma and Grandpa's house yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so glad that we made a different decision. We made a tougher decision. It was one of those very real black people legacy decisions that I had to make yesterday, and I did down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we're going to talk about that today, and I want to talk to all the people who are hitting me on my Hey Janine. Everybody who's hitting me, what up, UK? Oh, we got our first person from the UK, Ainsley. Ainsley, what's good? I wish I knew how to do a British accent, but I don't, man. So good morning, Ainsley. Thanks for checking in, partner. I appreciate it. I'm over here, of course, everybody drinking on and sipping on my percolator coffee. Thank you for all of the orders that have come in. They are being processed now, and you'll get your product real soon. There's a black-owned coffee company. Well, you know what? That'll be next. We're gonna have subscription. You can subscribe to the Percolator Coffee, and you can get your coffee every morning, every month. Once a month, you get your coffee. Okay, so Beth is on both Facebook and Instagram. Good morning, everybody. Get it up, get going. Did you do something beautiful for yourself this morning? As I start this broadcast, did you do something beneficial for your spirit this morning? Did you pray? Did you meditate? Did you do a mantra? Have you said your affirmations today? Did you take your vitamins? Did you work out? Did you do something for you before you started giving yourself to the world this morning? Before you go into that, before you start going to work, before you start your work day and everything else, what have you done for yourself this morning? I'm going to send you a namaste. Namaste means I bow down to the divine in you. I bow down to you all. I bow down to your incredible presence. I bow down to the divine that you have inside of you. Each of us have it. I don't care what religion you practice. There is a divine inside of you. I don't care if you're evil, motherfucker. there is a divine inside of you. I don't care if you are one of the most mean, ornery people on the planet. You were sent here, and all of us were sent here from the divine. We manifest it in ourselves, and I'm bowing down to yours, and I'm hoping that you can cherish or pour into your own divine this morning. Real talk. You should every day. That's the part of you that's connected to the Lord. That's the part of you that's connected to the universe. That's the part that's connected to eternity, the all, everything. You know what I mean? So take some time to get in touch with your divine this morning, and I bow down to your divine this morning. That's what that namaste means. I'm going to send condolences to my brother. I just saw his post, Eugene Morris. Oh man, he lost both of his parents to COVID. Our condolences from Joe Clair Live, Eugene. Our condolences from everybody over here at Joe Clair Live, and everybody is just me really. But our condolences, man, to you, Eugene. They were married for 53 years, is what Eugene says, and his parents both passed away to COVID. So our heartfelt condolences, Eugene, and we're praying that, we're gonna send some incredible vibrations your way for this situation, brother, for this morning. If y'all just tuning in, what I wanted to talk about this morning was the fact that I almost sold my grandparents' house yesterday. Jameek, I'm on YouTube, and that YouTube broadcast will start next week. Actually, we'll be broadcasting straight from YouTube to Facebook and Instagram. I'm at Joe Clair Live is my channel. Anyway, man, as I'm out here fighting and being an advocate for the de-escalation of the gentrification. I almost sold my grandparents' house yesterday. Real shit. I almost sold my grandparents' house yesterday, everybody. And I had to make a tough decision. It's costing me money and everything else. But as someone told me, black folks don't sell their land, they keep their land. I had to keep that land. I had to keep that land and come up with a different plan. Eugene, as you can see, the condolences are continuing to roll in this morning for you and your family. And this is Joe Clair Live. This is a track I made. So yeah, alright, Jameek, I'm gonna take you up on that too. Jameek, I'm gonna take you up on that too over here on this Instagram. Woo! I'm feeling good. Starting to get hyped this morning. Let the beautifulness permeate my existence. Woo! Here we go. Good morning. I'm up. Y'all up? Over here on the East Coast, it's raining and cold. I don't know what it's doing over there in the UK, but over here on the East Coast of the United States of America, it's rainy and cold. I was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida yesterday. Oh, the weather was beautiful. Oh, it was beautiful. I was like, I ain't going back. But I had to come back for y'all because I love y'all so much, and I do so much here in this community. I do so much here for my people and my brothers and sisters in the DMV. Rosin is up working this morning. If you up working this morning, thumbs up. Shout out to the kids who are, to the children who are up this morning, who are doing the virtual learning. My kids are back on virtual this morning. Yeah, it was supposed to be some snow that ain't happened. Where the fuck is snow at? I actually wanted some slow. I wanted to sleep in. Amanda is just getting off work. Amanda, where you work? Where you work at, Amanda? Let me shout y'all out. Let me shout out where y'all work. Good morning, Henry Sneed. What it do? One of my faithful supporters. All the people who are here now, I ain't gonna forget y'all when we blow up, because we gonna blow up. You understand? I'm just getting started. Linda is retired. Linda says she is retired and she's not doing none of this. She put all her hands up. I said give a thumbs up. Linda said fuck that. Hands go up. I's retired. Somebody said why they cancel school for rain? These teachers is tired of all of the shenanigans. School boards all across the country is like fuck that. School boards all over the country like fuck that. Kids ain't gotta go to school. All right, shout out to Calvert Health Hospital. Tiffany is over there at Calvert Health Hospital. Bomb C. Is that Bomb C? She works for WMATA and Smart Trip. Run Joe 202 says he's unemployed. That's a hard ass job. I don't know if y'all know being unemployed is a hard ass job. Good morning, Ozzy Durant. Can y'all hear me on this microphone? Yeah, you can. Man, being unemployed, one of the hardest jobs I ever had in my life. You hear me? Being unemployed, one of the hardest jobs I ever had. No bullshit. Shout out to Sharpers Food. Just Ebony at Sharpers Food working this morning. Brandon Beasley was good. Hey, Liddy Moore. You're a veteran Joe Clair fan. Oh, thank you so much, Liddy. Yeah, we here every morning at 9 o'clock. Sean is working for the cable company, but he's not going to say which one he works for. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all know, but being unemployed is a difficult ass job. Especially if you're a black man, and I'm suspecting from your name, Run Joe 202, that you are a black man. And if you're a black man without no job, oh God, that's the hardest job I ever had. Let me stop yelling. This microphone is too loud. But I'm saying, being an unemployed black man was the hardest job I ever had. You hear me? Anybody else? Does anybody agree with me on that one right there? Being a unemployed black man is the hardest job ever. That's a difficult job because they will not let you lay that down. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah, set that notification. 9 a.m. every morning right here. I wasn't here yesterday because I was down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and I almost sold my grandmother's house and my grandfather's house. I called an audible. I went down there. The realtor was waiting for me when I got there. And the realtor actually told me while we were there that she would not allow me to sell my grandparents' home yesterday. As we are fighting gentrification around the country, as we are fighting to keep our land and our legacies intact around the country, I almost sold off the family's shit yesterday. But the beautiful fact is I have some vision. Thank you, God. God gave me a little bit of vision and some perseverance. And we're not going to let it go. We did put another tenant in. I called the property manager who we employ and asked him to get us another tenant. The meeting, I was actually going down there yesterday to retrieve my keys give him his lockbox back and retrieve my security deposit from the last tenant. They skipped out on December's rent, and and that was going to be that. And I decided to not give up the house. Not give up the house. So I'm bringing it up this morning because on a very serious level, when we get past all of the bullshit, black folks around the country we continue to face hurdles when it comes to owning land, having land, and being part of that big old discussion in America. And this was some land that was purchased when my father was just a boy, a little boy. And I was about to let it go. Held on to it. Somebody said I'm sounding real national today. I'll say it in DMV language a little bit later. And that's the thing. My man Ironhead D says it best. I think about it's the principle or fact that your family worked hard for that property. You got to hold on to it. So if y'all listening, I got to tell y'all the story of this property that I almost let go yesterday. It was purchased by my grandmother's second husband, and this is the man who raised my father. My name is Joe Clair III. My father is Joe Clair Jr., and of course, his father was Joe Clair. Well, Joe Clair, the original Joe Clair, died when my father was 2 years old. And my grandmother remarried a man named A.C. Bellamy. That's right, his name is A.C. His name was A.C. Bellamy. My name is Joseph A.C. Clair. That is my official name. So my father gave me his, I don't want to say stepfather's name because this is the man who raised him. So my father gave me his other daddy's name. Let's say the other daddy. My daddy gave me the other daddy's name. Now AC raised my father. This was AC's house. And they say that AC for 40-something, 50-something years worked for the Fort Lauderdale School Board as a custodian. He got up every morning, 7 a.m., 7 to 3, and worked as a custodian in the Fort Lauderdale school system. It was segregated and all that other stuff. He went through all that. But guess what AC did when he got done being a custodian and janitor at the Fort Lauderdale school system? He left there. Shit, I ain't finished, Faith. Listen. He left there. He left the job every day and then went and worked his farm. AC had a farm right outside of town that he would work every day from 3:30 till nighttime. And in the summertime, it don't get dark till 8, 9 o'clock. He did that every day of his life so that he could pay for this home. And AC is spelled, everybody thinks it's AC. It's actually ACIE is how it's spelled, AC. That's my middle name. My middle name is ACIE, AC. So yesterday I was going down because the tenant who is now living in that home, after we renovated it, we took out a loan to renovate the home after my father passed away, and my grandmother passed away. We took out a loan, we renovated the home, and we started renting it out. It was going to go, the property and the land was about to leave our family a couple of years ago. And my father intervened, and we kept the house. Then me and my wife took it on. And my wife, fellas, if you're listening, I owe my wife a big old hug, kiss, and lots of apologies because I was like, we don't need to keep that house. It's going to be too much work. It's all the way down in Florida. Who the fuck going to be down there taking care of it and blah, 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 blah. And my wife was like, no, we're starting our real estate lives. And this was at the beginning of us acquiring properties and, getting into the flipping game and the renovation game. So this was one of our first ones. And so she kept it. And so this past December, the tenant who was living in there did not pay the motherfucking rent. And we was not happy about it. And so we were like, why don't we cut our losses now and just go ahead and sell the house? However, I went down there yesterday. This was my first time being down there. Now, this was the home. Tina. Tina say, always listen to your wife. Nah, not always. Listen to her a lot of the time. Y'all a team, and you got to listen to the time and consider. But shit, don't always follow everything she say. Ladies don't always listen to your husband, and husband don't always listen to your wife. You be fucked up. You always listen to her. Anyway. I get to this house yesterday, and all of the ghosts of the ancestors were kind of there for me. I felt it as soon as I pulled up. Now, this was a home that I used to go to when I was a kid. This was, don't always listen to your spouse. You can't listen to nobody 100% of the time. Shit, you be fucked up out here. I don't listen to nobody 100% of the time. Only God. Only entity I ever listen to 100% of the time is God. Is my good Lord. You understand? Amen. Anyway, I'm just messing with you this morning, Tina. So, I get to this house yesterday, everybody, and I could feel the ghosts in there. My dad, this was the home that my dad brought my mother to meet his family. This is the home my dad left to go to prom to. This is the home that my dad, grew up in as a boy. This was that home. And I could feel the spirits. Thank you, Charlene. I could feel the spirits of AC, who worked his fingers to the bone to have that home. I could feel the spirit of my grandmother in that home yesterday. I could feel her just as plain as I'm sitting here talking to y'all. My grandmother's name was Missouri. You heard me right, Missouri. That was her first name, Missouri. Missouri Bellamy was her name. And I could feel all of that yesterday. And so I pulled up and I was like, I can't let this house go. That's not something that I could do. I can't let this house go. And the realtor pulled up and she agreed with me. But the realtor who pulled up opened my eyes back up and got me out of all of the emotion that I was feeling and pointed out some things to me. Directly across the street was some brand new condos that a developer had come and put in. And then on the other side of the street was some affordable apartments that a developer had put in. Now I'm sitting here in Prince George's County becoming and working as a developer. I was blind. I swear, y'all, I'm sitting there blind because my emotions, had me messed up. When I remove my emotions, because sometimes your emotions will belie you. That's something I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say one day. Your emotions that have you, especially if you're a man, if you work off emotions, you're going to mess your kingdom up. And so I got rid of the emotions and started looking at it logically. I'm a developer. I have access to capital. I have access to construction. I have access to, my wife is a project manager by trade, which means we can walk down this entire process like anybody else in America. I can go and pull the permits. I can make the phone calls. I can take care of the architectural drawings. I can do all of those things that need to be done to put something else and develop that property just as much as anyone else could. And then I thought to myself, well, what What an incredible, I did a Steve Harvey W right quick. Oh, what? What an incredible part of the chapter, what an incredible chapter to this legacy would it be if I could, and we could, if I could be the catalyst for developing that plot of land for the next generation. I don't think, y'all don't hear me this morning. I said, what if I could be the catalyst? What if I could be the catalyst? What if I could be the catalyst for the next chapter for this property? The man AC, who worked his fingers to the bone, he didn't buy that property specifically so he could have a place to lay his head. He bought that house for his legacy, for himself and Missouri and those children. You understand what I'm saying? He was trying to do the legacy. I had forgotten the legacy until I pulled up in front of that house yesterday. When I walked in and I walked through and I stepped into the bedroom that my father slept in, and I stepped into the bedroom that my uncle slept in, and I stepped into the bedroom that my grandmother and AC shared. Y'all don't hear me. I thought about the legacy this morning. I thought about the legacy that I was about to let go. See. The devil had come and put all this fear in my mind. Fear that this property was going to drag me down. Fear that this property was going to mess me up. Fear that if I didn't have a tenant in there, I was going to be all backwards this morning. But no. No. Look to your neighbor and say, no. No. When I started letting logic prevail and I started listening to the spirits, my man Lawrence Owens said, take your time, Joe, take your time. Y'all don't hear me. I said, I'm a developer. Thank you. Thank you. Faith over fear. I decided to get back into my faith over fear bag yesterday and get into the faith part of what it really is. And I stopped that transaction right there. I called my property manager. I said, look here, I need you to find another tenant to come into this property. And then I talked to my wife and was like, we not getting rid of that property. Hey, Joe Leonard, we don't, comedians do not like the term clown. We not, clowns juggle balls and shit like that. I'm not a clown. Please don't use the term. That's a derogatory term. Now we do a little clown in, but we don't, I'm not a clown, so please don't use it. When you talk to the comedians, please don't call us clowns. Anyway, please, I'm begging. Me and the realtor sat there and we had a moment. She almost cried. She almost cried. Oh, you are too excused, Joe. You are too excused. I'm not taking it personally. She almost cried yesterday. She was there with her wife. Her wife just happened to know a little bit about some things, and she started pointing out some stuff to me. She said, "Do you want to?" She said, "Look at these new sidewalks." And I know that when gentrification starts, first thing that gets changed out is the sidewalks. And they had brand new sidewalks in the hood. There were solar panels right in front of the home. She said, "You understand these solar panels got put in?" I was blind. I forgot everything I knew from my playbook. And I started looking around, and we also, AC, my grandfather, Mr. AC, who worked his fingers to the bone, not only bought the property where the house sat, he also bought an additional lot that has been undeveloped for 80-something years now. So there's an additional piece of land that needs to be developed that I almost sold off yesterday, everybody. I know I'm a comedian and you come here for comedy, but this morning I'm trying to actually get out of the comedy bag and give each of us something real. The fight that we're fighting, I actually sat in yesterday. I literally sat right there and almost helped gentrification, helped push a black family out, help give up on the legacy. 10 months. So here goes the crazy part, everybody. And thank you all for sticking through this story. I saw a brother across the street at the new apartments. It was a black man. He was a black guy, but he wasn't blacker than black. But he was a black guy. He was down. But he was walking a Shih Tzu. Anybody knows anything about a Shih Tzu? Shih Tzu is a $2,000 dog. Dog that costs $2,000. And so I went over there and have a conversation with him. And I asked him about the neighborhood. I hadn't been in the neighborhood for years. And he had only been living in the neighborhood for 6 months. I said, God sent this man my way. God sent this man my way. And I'm sitting there talking to him. And he was telling me that the neighborhood was still a little hot, but it wasn't bad. It was quiet. He was happy that he was here. And he said that he knew that in 5 to 10 years, that neighborhood would not be the same. So, just like we're watching in Washington, D.C., Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, just like we're watching happen here in my beloved Prince George's County, and just like you're watching in every city that we're sitting in, he knew that gentrification was happening, that the development was happening, be it good, be it bad. He knew that it was happening. And when gentrification happens, we all have a chance and a choice to make. I chose to stay. I chose to be part of the change. Now here go the even better part. After I talked to him, me and the realtor standing there, a young lady is walking across the street, and she wanted to cut through the lot. She wanted to cut through my granddaddy's lot. Well, she'd been cutting through that lot for forever. So I stopped her and I said, can I ask you a couple of questions? She said, sure. Now her name was Shaquanda. And I stopped to talk to her. And first I said, how is it living here? And she said, it's finally quiet. She said, it's finally quiet in this neighborhood. And it is finally, we don't have anybody out here smoking that stuff. There's nobody out here using anything anymore. It's all quiet and good now. I said, well, how long have you lived here? She said, I've been here my whole life. I said, really? She said, I've been living here my entire life. I said, well, I explained to her that this was my grandfather's house. And, I had planned on developing. She said, please do. She said, what you going to build here? You going to put some apartments here or something? Please do. She said, and if you do, maybe you could put a little store here or something. Maybe you could put something here that the community could use. Maybe you could put something here that we could use. Now, as soon as she said that, I got the chills and everything else from the spirits, because I don't know if y'all know, but I sit on the board of the Covenant House, Washington, D.C. I work with Covenant House, D.C. And, we do outreach. And they just started Covenant House, Prince George's County, where we get to do the outreach. And an ongoing theme for people in real estate who do development is that we need, when we go into the neighborhoods that are getting gentrified, not only should we build properties for the people, but can we put something in there that the community actually needs? So when you see the new apartments going up and the bottom has storefronts, that's really to put something in there. They want commerce to come in there. But the way I look at it, well, why can't a help center go in there? Remember Weezy Jefferson had the help center? Her and Helen Willis. Y'all remember Weezy and Helen were at the help center? Well, a help center could go in there. Some type of something that helps the community could go into that building. So I'm sitting here this morning full of hope, gratitude, insight, and awareness that I have to step into my ancestors' shoes. And I'm looking directly at the camera for the men. Bruh, you got to step into your ancestors' shoes. You are their dreams manifest. They wanted you to come to the planet and do for our legacies, for our bloodlines. You hear me? What we supposed to do. Community Resource Center, exactly. Thank you, Amanda. That's exactly what we're gonna do. A community resource center, because Joe, you raised a great point. My sister Joe here says, I just hope they won't raise property taxes to force the other residents out. And so hopefully at my community resource center, Joe, we can talk about how to combat either raising the taxes or how to get city, county, and state funds to help with the rising in property taxes so people can get to stay. Or we can come up with solutions for the rise in property taxes. Now, we all know that when you do develop the community, property values go up. That means property taxes have to go up, which means we all collectively have to figure out how we work together to make it right for everyone. I can't leave the property as is. The property as is from a landlord perspective is at some point will become a burden rather than an asset, will become a liability rather than an asset. And my grandfather bought it for it to be an asset for us. So I'm going to have to navigate that. I got to put my big boy shoes on. I got to step into grandpa's shoes. You understand? And I can do that because I got the grays in my beard, bitch. You see, you see these grays in my beard? That means I'm of age. That means I can do I can do all kinds of incredible things. Somebody said, open a community invested grocery store with clean and natural foods, support local and regional farmers. Now that would be incredible. Stale Walker seeing how AC paid for the home because he had a farm not too far away. And to be quite honest, I think we need the good and natural and clean foods right next to the regular ass foods that we like. I'm when it comes to stale, I'm 50-50. I think we should have fresh fruits and vegetables. I think we should have all of those things. But I need Cheetos too. I need Cheetos and collard greens. I I need, I need Nihilators and Snickers right next to oranges, apples, and grapes, and pineapples and shit like that. Limes and lemons. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm 50-50. I'm a person who works out every day, and I namaste, but y'all see I cuss like a sailor. I drink rum, and I used to have an affinity for backwood blunts. So I'm 50-50. So, you're right. I think we should combine Whole Foods and 7-Eleven. See what I'm saying? I need a Whole Foods 7-Eleven is how I feel about it. Yes, Beth, maybe a food hall of some sort. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the shit. I need Whole Foods and 7-Eleven in my life. Cause shit, if we gonna be real, shit, I eat good and bad. Fuck that. I still eat McDonald's. I need a whole ass 7-Eleven. That's what it's gonna be called. We're gonna combine Whole Foods and 7-Eleven. It's gonna be called whole ass 7-Eleven. But that's what's going on. I almost gave it up yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm feeling some kind of way this morning. I'm feeling like I love it. Stale, what you say, Stale Walker? Stale say, I need my farmer's market and Bojangles. Yes, Stale, you get it. You understand? You get it. I need... somebody said we need the black version of Trader Joe's. Trade Nash Joe. That's what it's going to be called. It's going to be called Trade Nash Joe. And I'm Joe. It's going to have my picture up there. And it's going to have this picture up there. You feel me? This going to be the picture that's going to be on the sign. And it's going to be Trade Nash Joe's. And we going to have specialty foods right next to them damn red velvet waffles that we have invented. So you get collards and kale, and you get all of the sea moss and lime and ginger you need. But you also get Hennessy mimosas, and we gonna be the number one wholesaler of Alizé. I'm gonna bring Alizé back. You hear me? Somebody said you better trademark that. I am. I'm on that right now. I'm making a note right now. I'll get with your Joes. Whole ass 7-Eleven. Y'all see I'm writing it down. And Trade Nash Joe's. And I'm gonna do it just like y'all see how the I don't want to categorize nobody, but y'all see how they got hip hop chicken out here, and it ain't nothing hip hop about hip hop chicken. Y'all saw how they took Eddie Lennox and called it Eddie's, but it wasn't nobody named Eddie in that motherfucker. So yeah, I'm about to be one of them counterfeit brands. But for real, folks, I mean, seriously, I'm one of them people, if you come to me with preaching, you getting on my nerves because I live in the world. But if you come to me with just world, you getting on my nerves because I belong to the Lord in the universe. I'm 50-50. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? You understand what I'm getting at? I'm not going to categorize Joe. Joe, we not going to do that on my show. We're not going to do that on my show, Joe. But I get what you're saying. Somebody said, please just don't put the motor oil next to the bacon like Family Dollar. But you see, it's thousands of Family Dollar around the country. They got it. Some people need motor oil and bacon. I come from a community where a store run, a list of things that you got to get from the store might include motor oil and bacon. Shit, That's some people. Some people got to do that now. Don't be. Anyway, all of this is brought to y'all by Percolated Coffee. As y'all can see, I'm on my entrepreneur bag. The Percolated Coffee, portion of the proceeds go to help black children who need help. Yes, backwoods and baby diapers. That's somebody's grocery list. And I'm not going to forget that part of the community exists. We're going to have fresh fried chicken. Somebody said we need Hazel in the Trader Ass Joe's frying that chicken. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Thanks for all of the orders of Percolated Coffee. They will be fulfilled, or they're getting fulfilled now. I'm actually, because you all have made so many orders, I have to now move into a fulfillment center, and I'll break that down on tomorrow's broadcast, what a fulfillment center does for small businesses. Thanks for everybody who ordered the shirt. I'm working on this project. New music for old nigga. This is the, if y'all can hear the music, these are my tracks. I have to find a way to play the music from the computer inside so you can hear it nice and good. But it's today Thursday. Today is Thursday. Dang, somebody said happy Friday. You right, Joe. Yes. Anyway, everybody, that's what happened. And these are the thoughts that are emerging because I went down yesterday and I almost sold my grandmother's house and called an audible while I was standing in the yard to not do that. And which means I now have to commit myself. Y'all understand? That means I now have to commit myself. And committing yourself to something is way different than saying and talking. Committing means actually doing. My grandfather AC was committed to that house. That means he got up every morning at 7, got his ass up in there and swept them people's floors and cleaned that school, then left there and went to his farm for the rest of the day. That means he was committed to that family. I'm sitting in this house because I committed to my family. Now I have to commit to that community. And the shit is difficult. It's not difficult. It takes a lot of energy. And most of the people who are on here know me because of comedy or radio or whatever. And I had committed myself to a life of entertainment. And I did not commit myself to a life of public service. But I always did service. And it looks like now I have to change my commitment to not only doing the stand-up comedy. And matter of fact, I'm in Fredericksburg this weekend. I'm going to put the flyer up on my Instagram and everywhere else. And on my Facebook. But now I have to commit to going above and beyond to taking care of the needs for our communities. So, I hope you got something out of this morning's broadcast. If I've given you something of value, please give me a thumbs up. I need to give you my Cash App if you feel like doing it. Matter of fact, let me add a comment. Let me add a title. My Cash App. Send me 50 cents for my broadcast. Send me $1. Would y'all subscribe to my morning show if I had a subscription to my morning show? You feel what I'm saying? Right now I'm doing it for thumbs ups and likes. But thumbs ups and likes don't allow me to go out here and keep the heat and lights on, but it also doesn't allow me to go on and do other things. So I think we're gonna have to do a subscription. It ain't gonna be much. And if you can tell, that's where everything is moving towards anyway. You know, Netflix and not Netflix, YouTube and everybody else is taking people's. We'll talk about that another time. But I think we're gonna have to do a subscription here. Something like, what would you be willing to pay? Would $5 a month be too much? Would $10 a month be too much? Would $5 a month, if I would for Joe Clair morning show every morning, be too much to ask for? I don't know. I mean, I spend $5 a month. I damn near throw away. It's $5 a month in the couch at this age. So, okay, Melissa, thank you, Charlene. We gonna get the subscription going on. Somebody said $13 a month. Okay, there is I have to tell y'all a couple of things. There is a new platform called ShareZo that I just joined their team. It is a black-owned platform, and I can't wait to roll it out for you guys and show you all what the future holds for us. I would love to be able to interview the rappers from back in the day here in the morning time. My man Aunt Mo got it. Here we go right here. Okay, everybody. $7 a month. Why 7? Because I don't know if y'all can tell, if y'all can see that paddle right here, back here on my wall. See where my finger is? Where this paddle is right here, back here on my wall. You can't see it on Instagram. I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And my line number is 7. $7 a month is what it's going to be. Thank you, Aunt Mo. And that way I could cuss and say the shit the way I want to say the shit without worrying about YouTube and all them flagging me. What's good, Newt? I hope you got something of value this morning, because I almost sold my grandmother's house yesterday. I almost sold my grandfather's land yesterday. Do y'all hear me? I almost gave up my grandmother and grandfather's land that my daddy handed over to me. I took out a loan to renovate the home. I took out a loan to keep it. And then the loan and the tenant started becoming too much. It gave me a little bit of discomfort, and I was ready to let it go. But once I got there, and the spirits spoke to me, and my children's future spoke to me, and then the community's future spoke to me. I called an audible and told the realtor who was standing there with me, boom, I'm not going to sell it. And she said, good for you, because guess what? I ain't going to let you sell it. We're going to make sure that this stays in your family's hands and becomes part of your family's legacy. That was my moment of clarity yesterday. Thank you, Melissa. I kept it. Good morning, Pastor. Pastor, from time to time, we might need a good word on my new live. Please send me your information. You're exactly right, Nadine. One of the things we have been fighting for in this country is our ability to hold land, because the system respects those who hold land. So I got to keep it, and I decided to hold on to it, but now I have to develop it. And I have to bring it up to the standards of the future. Not the standards of what's there now, but the standards of the future. But I'm also going to have to go and spread the word in that community that everyone in the community is going to have to step their game up too, just like my grandfather did. We can't be tired now. That was the one thing that I took away yesterday, is that I can't be tired. When I heard the story of how that man worked from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the school system and then left at 3 p.m. and then went and worked his farm until nighttime, until nightfall every day. In the Florida sun, and then in the summertime, he worked that farm all summer or did some sharecropping. My father started sharecropping when he was 9. I can't be tired. Our generation, we can't be tired. We got it easy. Look at the jobs we have now. Our jobs are get up, log in, and start making our money. That's why I always applaud the barbers, the plumbers, the electricians, the brothers who work on the trash truck, the brothers who work, the custodians and all that, because they really tired. You know, we get to sit at our desks for the whole year. I can't be tired. You can't be tired. It's time for growth. Time to keep it growing. I see that my Instagram numbers are going down because we've been on for about an hour. I don't want to keep you all morning long. Facebook numbers going down because I've been on for an hour. I don't want to keep you all morning long. I wanted to come on here and give you something real. You come here to Joe Clair Live, 9 o'clock every morning, and I'm going to give you some real shit. We going to have real shit. We not going to have bullshit no more. I wrote it down, Monica. Thank y'all so much. Namaste to everybody. I bow down to the divine in each and every one of you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Where is it? Let me see. Where is it? Where is my YouTube? That's not it. Here we go. Please subscribe to my YouTube. It's Joe Clair Live. Y'all see that? Joe Clair Live. Let me put that up there again. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Y'all already know the Instagram. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube. It's Joe Clair Live. Y'all gonna have a great day, man. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good fight. I'll see y'all later. Stay warm.